Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the San Antonio Marshals and the Oklahoma City Lancers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Marshals and Oklahoma City Lancers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnist write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And this O-line, it is the...
Establish the tone.
Into a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Back to throw. Hernandez. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. We'll look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
You're all mine, baby. Come. You're all mine.
On second down now, Harding. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
You can't get past
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 56 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards at first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ready? 10 Lobo. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run on first down. Harding. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Hernandez operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Go.
Hernandez from the gun. He'll throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing.
It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go,
And
baby.
a huge play that time. 54 yards. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's out. Go.
On third down, Davenport. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Let's go.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a 2nd straight week.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you see the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On the ready.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, let's get there. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Hernandez. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the curl. Shoot.
A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Davenport. Good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
56, right there, 56.
Throwing on 1st down, Davenport. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Davenport. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
We're going to work.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Come on. You better bring it.
Jam him. Jam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help with the contract time.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
It's going to be a long day.
Operating from the gun, Hernandez. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Oh, about a 39-yard pickup. They'll take it.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. This will be caught at about the 5.
Let's go.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Davenport. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Yeah!
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm letting you know right now.
Back to throw. Davenport. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on now is the punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here is the home side to take over on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Off the play fake, Davenport. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready. Pittsburgh, stick it to Mike. Bring it.
On first down, Davenport. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Davenport. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
8-3. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I got you.
Shoot! Hernandez now from the gun on third down. This one caught by Winslow. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready? You can't block me. You can't block me. Shift! Hit it.
Here's Hernandez on first and 10. This one complete to Lacey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion when just shy of the marker. To throw is Hernandez. Off the play fake. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another first and 10 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the 9. Single receiver.
He'll get this one complete to Winslow. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go. Ready? 15-1. 59. Yo.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Watch twin.
They run the counter. Harding. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5. From the gun on third down. Hernandez throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
I'm coming for you. Ready?
Now Hernandez operating from the gun. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 8 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Play action. Davenport. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! That's how we do it!
That's a second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Davenport. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Coming again.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down. That's the end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Don't get nervous.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
18 Gator.
Taken down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, let's get this.
Hernandez to throw on second down. And he's got his man on the out route.
Here we go.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ramos. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Hernandez over the middle, complete. That's Ramos. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Hernandez now. From the gun, he'll throw. This will be caught at about the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Back to throw. Hernandez.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a